The Hammond collection Scorpius Rex is getting a lot of hate. Does it deserve that hate? And is it worth trying to find with how hard it is to come across this figure? Well, find out in today's video. Okay, so this is me immediately getting him out of the box, and my initial reaction is, yeah, this guy is not the best figure. I mean, it's not awful, but I would say it is bad. It is definitely the worst creature in this, like, size for the Hammond collection. It just has a bunch of downgraded, articulation, and overall, it just definitely doesn't feel like a premium figure. And yeah, I think, honestly, this is just my first thoughts, I think the body was done pretty well. But once you get up to the head, it is just bad. And you're like, well, if the rest of the body is good, then why is the head making the ranking go down so much? Well, like, a head is the main part of a figure. Like, that is literally just it. Normally with premium figures like this, all of the detail would go into the head, but with this, it is absolutely the worst part, and I would say it's honestly just awful. But let's at least give this guy a chance. Let's dive in, and let's see what all the talk is about. First, let's take a look at accessories. Let me take this guy's hand off real quick, the hand that he has on. Bear with me for a second. There we go. This is the hand he has on, and this is the accessory hand. There is very little difference. Like, if you're gonna include extra hands, make it different, Mattel. Like, what are you doing? This is just so lazy. And I'm gonna be honest, I thought I was gonna like this guy pretty alright, and I thought he was being overhated, but like I said before, I think this guy is getting the right amount of hate. It is just truly not the best figure. But it comes with this saliva, which looks like something else. The Scorpius Rex never does this in the show. I watched Camp Cretaceous, and it never does this. On the box, they purposely chose a screenshot where, like, it's spitting all over the place, but it never drooled like this. And yeah, this is just honestly a bad accessory, and I thought it was gonna be higher quality, but I mean, it just, this like spit looks bad. It just looks bad. And let me get this in. It's pretty easy to get in, which is a pretty good thing, I would say. But when it is actually in there, it doesn't look that good. One sec, I'm trying to apply it right. Look at that. Actually, I guess it looks alright from this angle. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, having this accessory doesn't hurt, but I saw someone else mention this in a review. Part of the reason why the teeth are like this on the bottom and so ugly is so the saliva can fit in. It is not worth it just destroying the look of this figure for this dumb accessory. I'm sorry, I'm getting mad at this figure. Yeah, the accessories are pretty bad, and honestly, I would have preferred all of the accessories getting scrapped if it means they could have worked harder on the head and articulation. Speaking of articulation, let's dive right on in. It has a movable jaw, which we are going to compare it to some other figures of this size from the Hammond collection, like the Carnotaurus, but the Carnotaurus is able to move its jaw up, like both the bottom and top jaw can move, but not this figure. And the neck articulation is awful when compared to the Carnotaurus and other figures. Like, it has this weird swivel, which just gives it, like, such a lazy feel. Like, it feels unfinished. That is just how bad this figure is. It probably is unfinished, to be honest. Like, this swivel is just pointless. And honestly, like, even, like, there is no purpose of it, because if you twist it even a little bit, look at the neck. That looks really bad. The neck can move up and down, alright. It can move to the side a tiny bit. Yeah, this neck joint isn't bad, but the overall neck and head area is a huge downgrade from other figures. But the arm is actually pretty good. It can swivel out like this, as you can see. It can move back and forward. This can also move down and forward, and the hand articulation is pretty much all you could want from something like this, so the articulation here isn't awful. Now with the leg, this can move over here. This big joint, this can move as well. Over here, it feels really just fragile. If I move this joint back, it feels like as if it's gonna snap, but you can move it up a little bit. So yeah, ooh, I actually did move it back, and that wasn't awful. I mean, it feels like a pretty alright sturdy figure when it comes to the legs. Sorry, this is unscripted, so there's probably going to be a lot of mistakes in here. But yeah, the feet can move, swivel to the side. So overall, arm and leg articulation isn't awful, but it could be improved on, maybe a tiny bit. The tail can move here, and it's just a normal bendy wire like what we're used to from the Hammond collection. But again, we aren't comparing the Scorpius Rex to the Carnotaurus right now, but like with the Carnotaurus, there were 2 joints on the tail, which I think would have worked wonders for this figure, but instead it only has this. But one thing that I have to say is the bendy wire is a lot better in this one when being compared to the Indominus Rex. Yeah, there isn't as many ugly curves there, and I think this looks alright. So overall, articulation is definitely a mixed bag. Okay, this is bad that I have to just do a whole segment about this, but now let's take a look at the quality issues. First of all, look at the jaw. There's this ugly gap, and it cannot close all the way, and I made a short about how to make the Indominus Rex close its mouth, but this does not work on the Scorpius Rex whatsoever. And just look at how ugly that gap is. It looks even worse in person. The teeth on mine, there's this weird gap on this one. As you can see, you can actually see the glue that is holding that on. And there's some cracked teeth because it's rubber. I mean, see that little divot there? That is not good. I think that, oh yeah, there's some paint missing right here. I did nothing. This is completely out of the box. That is just missing. I think that's all when it comes to quality control. Actually, no. There is a piece of plastic sticking out of that arm joint. Super unprofessional from Mattel. And we might come across more quality issues as we go on with this review. But yeah, definitely a unfinished, just mess of a figure. Now let's take a look at the sculpt. So on the head here, we have some alright detail. It feels like mainline detail here, which is bad because this is supposed to be a premium figure. Yeah, not the best detail here. It's alright, but again, nothing out of the ordinary. The tongue is just, sorry, let me move the camera back super unprofessionally. As you can see, the tongue is just weirdly curved, and it looks awfully ugly. The roof of the mouth is okay, not very well detailed. These teeth actually have a wash, which is cool, but the teeth are awful. It is not enough to save them. The glass eye would have gone long ways for this figure. The underbelly has some pretty nice detail. There is a weird like flat part right here. It's hard to see on camera, but the stomach just goes completely flat, which I know that might be a thing from the show, but it just looks bad in figure form. And yeah, overall, the sculpting on the underbelly isn't awful. And overall, the sculpting, like, all over the body, I wouldn't say is awful. Like, there's some really nice ugly warts here, which the Scorpius Rex is meant to be ugly from the show. I get that, but a figure, like, there is plenty of ways to make it look like the real Scorpius Rex, but this head is just ugly, and it looks nothing like the one from the show. But yeah, overall, the sculpting across the body isn't awful. So yeah, I mean, not bad. Sorry about the focusing. I know it's a little rough in this video. This is completely unscripted, and I'm just kind of throwing this video together to get my thoughts out there. If you want more highly edited things, actually my shorts on this channel is where you will find the pretty high quality editing here, but I also have another channel called Stego Bricks, all about Lego, so if you want to check that out, you can. But without further ado, let's look at the paint. So the eye, like I said, glass eye would have gone a long way. It just looks like a mainline figure. Like, the head here just looks, honestly, it looks worse than the mainline figure. I'm being completely honest. There's this wash on the teeth, which doesn't save the teeth at all. There's just this normal reddish mouth color, which is fine, but I would have liked more detail for a premium figure. There is some dry brushing on the head, I think, which it doesn't really bring out the detail at all, I'm gonna be honest. On the underbelly, this is actually better than some of the other figures. Look at how far the paint goes on the tail. It ends right at the tip, which is good. And then, other than that, the paint is pretty much the same all around. The warts are actually painted differently, like they're a different color, which is pretty nice. But yeah, that is the paint. Nothing too big to talk about, but it's not awful. But like I said, the head is just completely just awful. Like, look at the head. That is just bad. Not only with paint, but with detail, engineering, just everything is bad about the head and the neck. Okay, don't click off the video yet, because I'm still going to compare it to the Hammond Collection Allosaurus and Carnotaurus. But right now, we are just going to conclude my thoughts on this figure. It's bad. It's not awful, but it's bad. Possibly, if you want to be generous, it could lean into the okay category. But I would give this figure a 6.5 out of 10. The body is, like, good. The articulation on the body and everything is good. But the head and neck is, like, awful. Like, bad. And, like, the head is the main part of the figure, so it just really brings down the figure. And it doesn't even have painted nails. Sorry, I forgot to bring that up. And this just does not feel like a premium figure. It feels unfinished, and it's just bad. And it comes with some useless accessories. I guess the spit is kind of cool, but it's not worth it ruining the teeth and the overall head just for this dumb little accessory. So yeah, those are my concluding thoughts for this figure. Okay, let's compare it to the Carnotaurus. Leg articulation is the same. Arm articulation isn't the same, but this guy has shorter arms, so that is fine. But the mouth articulation is changed. The bottom jaw only opens on the Scorpius, but for the Carnotaurus, both of the jaws open, which is leagues, and I mean leagues above this. And the neck moves a whole lot better. Look at this. There's this, like, swivel joint right here, which is way better than whatever this is, bro. Like, what is this? So yeah, then when it comes to the tail on the Scorpius isn't bad, but the tail on the Carnotaurus is a lot better, and it is an older figure. There's two joints here, which just makes it a lot better, and the Carnotaurus is just a lot more high quality, and like, I just need to mention, the glass eyes go a long way on this figure to make it feel more premium than whatever this is. Now let's compare it to the Allosaurus, which, do I even need to say anything? Look at how much better the Allosaurus is. This is, like, depressing how bad the Hammond Collection has gotten, and I wouldn't be annoyed if they pulled the plug on this entire series. This wave is, well, I guess not this whole wave, but this figure just made me lose all of my hope. This is just truly awful. Mattel should genuinely be shamed for putting this just slop out. It is just genuinely a bad figure. And honestly, I feel like I'm a little bit generous with my ranking for this thing. I think 6.5 is definitely higher than it deserves, but we'll keep the score there. But just look at how much better the Allosaurus is, and yeah, this is honestly just sad. But yeah, I'm not telling you to not get this figure if you want it, and if you like the Scorpius Rex, I still would probably recommend this, but this figure is $40, and I bought it, and $40 isn't that bad of a price for me, but I do regret buying it. If I was put in my shoes when I ordered this figure, I wouldn't buy it, which is genuinely just a bad thing, because I don't regret buying the Indominus Rex, but I regret getting this guy. So yeah, honestly, I would tell you to not get this figure, but if you want it, you know, there's no harm done getting it. I would say maybe wait for a sale, but even if you're too excited to get this figure, I mean, get it. I mean, you saw this review, you saw all the pros and cons, very little pros. Yeah, sorry that this was more of a negative review. Normally I don't like to be this negative, but I feel like something has to be said, especially when a figure is this bad. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me rant about this figure. Sorry, I'll try to keep reviews in the future more positive, but this figure really is just bad. So yeah.